Morning. I'm hoping the quality of the sound will be better today. Um, well, let's hope. Thank you for your feedback already and your questions. I was really interested in the one for the questions from the British Watcher, and yeah, I think of course I'm proud to be British. I don't think I would open a channel asking people if they have any questions if I wasn't. I'm incredibly proud of being British and what we've achieved across the world and what I think we still can achieve as well. I'm only 25. I've voted in every election I possibly could, from the local council elections right the way up to the European elections. I've always voted Labour. Um, I suppose my views do come from a wider spectrum than just those of the traditional Labour Party. And I suppose no matter how much I disagree with the current behaviour of the administration in at the moment, I still believe in the core values of freedom, choice, community, looking after each other, but also giving each other a chance to do our best, and fair play, really. Um, I'm I'm half Welsh and half Scottish, and I was brought up in England, and so I suppose that makes me, incredibly proud to be British, and I'm a full mix of British. Um, I'm really pleased that Scotland and Wales have their own administrations. I just wish England was given the same chance as well. As opposed to regional assemblies, I think it's good to give England its own identity. And I think it's only fair when we talk about laws which only affect England these days, and Scottish Westminster MPs can vote on it. I think it's unfair. But I do believe in the United Kingdom. I believe we should stick together, but I also agree in a certain amount of autonomy for the different nations and cultures as well. Yeah. Um, yeah. Monarchy. Okay. So if I was going to tell you what my sort of real feelings were, and we're talking about fairness and equality and stuff, I think in essence the monarchy is quite unfair. I don't see why anyone should have a position just because they were born into it. You wouldn't expect that in any other job. Um, Saying that, I think the monarchy have been a safety valve against extremism for a very long time now, and I think providing they keep with the times, move on, and they're accessible and accountable as well, then I think they add a bit of richness to our country, and also the value for money, I suppose. When you look at how much they cost compared to some other public services, then you can't complain. I think it's like 40p each a year, so I don't mind giving away 40p if it means if it means we get quality. Um, so yeah, I think the Queen, Her Majesty the Queen, although she's seen as a bit old-fashioned, I think she's done what she thought was right. I think she's worked hard, and I think she's doing well considering her age and everything she's had to go through. I mean, she's never had a normal life, so we cannot say, oh, she's lived in the palace and this, that, and the other. I mean, we don't know what it's like. She's never known anything. She's never known what it's like to be normal. So, you've always got to think of that when you criticise her. But yeah, I think she's doing a good job. And as long as she's able to carry on doing the job she should. I mean, if she becomes ill or too old, then perhaps she should step down and let Charles become king. Although that's slightly worrying because he's a little bit too political for my liking. Okay, next one. It's quite interesting. The EU. I think we should be taking more of a lead in the European Union. Um, I'm really not happy with the lack of democracy in the EU. But I do think it's a good idea, in essence, to open up borders, to trade with one another, to share with one another. I think we've been at war for like 2,000 years, and I think we actually do a better job when we work together than when we're smashing each other's brains out. I think our forefathers have, although we're very proud of them for keeping Europe and Britain free, I think they would probably agree that it's probably better in this day and age if we get on with each other and we compromise with each other and we share each other's really rich cultures. Saying that, I don't believe in a United States of Europe, and I believe in each country, including our own, retaining its sovereignty and its right to make its own domestic rules. Um, I'm not against the euro currency, but I'm not for it either. I think the pound's done us well. I think at the moment we're in a slump, but then Europe's been in about three mini slumps since the creation of the euro. So I don't think we can take anything from that. I think the euro should be able to be used in the UK because it just makes life easier, and then people have the choice. But essentially, the pound's done us proud, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, national anthem. I don't really like God Saves the Queen. Everybody knows like the first two lines, and that's it. My personal favourite would be Rule Britannia, or perhaps Land of Hope and Glory. But then I'm biased because I come from Worcester, which is the hometown birthplace of Sir Edward Algar. But I think they're both really good songs. They always, if you look at BBC Last Night at the Proms, everybody's together and everybody's Scottish, Welsh, Irish, Northern Irish, and English all together because we're all just British at the end of the day, and we've all got a lot in common, more in common than we've got apart, really. Um, I believe, taught the national anthem at school, though I don't ever remember it being used with any sort of enthusiasm. But nonetheless, I think we did. We were taught it. I remember when I was very young, the end of the BBC used to have it at the end of every evening about midnight. You know. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of God Save the Queen, but I've not got a big problem with it either. But I would prefer Rule Britannia or Land of Hope and Glory. I think that citizenship classes should be made compulsory in secondary school. Um, I think all kids, whatever creed, colour, sexual persuasion, you know, we're all British, we've all got something in common and something to be proud of. And I think we should all be brought together and reminded of that fairness. Being British is all about just being fair, letting everybody get on with their lives, but also looking after each other. So, yeah, in essence, I think Britain's got a lot to be proud of. Um, and I hope we carry on being the world class country we deserve to be. I think onwards and upwards. I hope that's answered um, your questions. If there's any more, keep them coming. Bye.